Has anything really changed in the last, few years? Actually, I would say it has. Certainly in the last 20, 30 years. My parents had a job for life. They worked at their organisations for 30 years. I was talking to my partner's 22-year-old the other day, and he said, yeah, I really like my job at the moment, but I'm only going to stay there for 3 years because I've kind of learned the job once I've done that, and I'm going to go and get somewhere else. So we're now in a situation where probably in the past we had a number of relationships, and it was probably in the dozens, because we swapped business cards, and what happened was that people probably changed every 2 or 3 years, and when we actually went to phone up Tim, he wasn't working there anymore, so we just put it in the bin. In terms of being able to touch our customers or talk to our customers, we probably did that weekly or monthly. Trust was kind of, you go to somebody and say, what do you think about Tim Hughes? Yeah, good guy, but don't like his presentations, that sort of thing. But now, I'm actually able to put out a video of me on YouTube. Now, I might not actually be standing in front of an audience, and I might actually have edited it, but it actually looks like I'm actually really good at presenting. In terms of how do you get in front of mind of your customers, well, kind of the only thing you could do was ring them up probably every 3 months. And so what we're actually now able to do is actually have hundreds or thousands of contacts. Think about the trends that are shaping your industry, and think about how smart individuals will thrive in the future. So you might not necessarily need to think about your superpower as something that you do today, but it may be, okay, right, I'm going to be a superpower for artificial intelligence. I'm going to be, gamification, or whatever it is. It may be something in the future that you actually want to be famous for now, because if we go back to our 50%, there are people there searching on the internet, like we found out, looking for people with a particular skill, and they will find you if you do it right. And I'm going to tell you how to do it right. Now, I've always found in life, working with people who are better than me is actually been a good thing, because I've actually learned from them. I actually never wanted to be the cleverest person in the room. I've always liked to sit there and find out that people are actually cleverer than me. There's a great saying about dig your well before you're thirsty. So I decided 3 years ago that I wanted to stand on stages and talk about social selling. And as I said, I actually changed the way that things were to make sure that I actually got that in 3 years. That was part of my plan. You can't necessarily start now and then expect it all to happen. There's no silver bullet. Your network is power. I know that there are people in here that may not think that a social network is important from a business perspective, but trust me, it's a way that you can use it, and you may not use it today, but you could be using it in the future. And finally, get a wingman. So I don't know if you've ever watched the Tom Cruise film, but I highly recommend that you get somebody and you actually buddy up with them and actually get them to tell people how nice you are.